Hey guys, welcome back to another video with Jaeger, a wild Mustang that I have been gentling and am now saddle training. Last week I shared with you all my first ride and the struggle that I went through to put that first ride on. I had a crippling amount of fear and I really had to work through that mental barrier to feel confident enough to actually climb on Jaeger, who was absolutely perfect. I'll link that video in my description box below, so if you haven't seen it yet, definitely check it out. This is now my third ride with Jaeger with the assistance from my friend Tess. I've already done all my groundwork and now I'm just preparing to get on. Although I was able to work through that crippling fear on my first ride, to be honest, I'm still pretty nervous about getting on each time. It's a bit of a process to build up my confidence each day, but it definitely is so much easier than that first ride. One thing that I have found that is more challenging for me being on Jaeger's back and increases my fear is having to develop a new set of normal. When I'm on the ground, I heavily rely on my vision for cues. I'm watching his body as a whole, I'm watching his head, I'm watching his ears, his eyes, his nose, the height of his head, his breathing. Now, my visual cues on how he's doing emotionally are quite limited. I have to learn what he feels like under saddle and find out what normal is, because right now I don't know. His ears are now facing slightly towards me, which is to be expected when under saddle, but that's also a new normal for him, versus when I'm on the ground, they're much more forward or turned in towards me wherever I am. These are all big changes for how I'm receiving information about him and how he's doing. I feel a little bit more vulnerable not being able to rely as heavily on the visual cues that I was using when I was on the ground. So yeah, it's been learning to just relax and feel him underneath me and start creating a new baseline for what is normal for Jaeger when under saddle. Every day that I get on him just builds my confidence a little more each time. I've had various people out to help, but one individual always supervises, and that's Manu, the barn cat, also known as the supervisor. It's highly likely that you'll be seeing a lot more of her in these videos, so keep an eye out. She's always around. And she is so adorable. Everyone that meets her absolutely loves her. But yeah, in addition to adjusting to a new normal on Jaeger, I'm also starting to introduce various aids, such as my legs to go, and using my reins and my seat to stop. I'm still being supported and feel pretty reliant on the person on the ground at this point. The line might be more for me than for Jaeger at this point, but it definitely helps to boost my confidence. But it was really helpful transferring the cues from the person on the ground to me in the saddle. Stopping was the easiest thing for Jaeger to figure out, but walking forward was a little bit more challenging. And I needed more assistance from whoever was on the ground for that. But it's been really exciting to see him starting to understand some of the things that I've been asking while in the saddle. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next video very soon.